well, hold it still, then.
There you are, in all its pristine glory, one illuminated poster.
You've not paid for this, of course.
Somehow, I have the feeling that you're not exactly brimming over with admiration.
Well, it looks as if it's been done by a nervous half-wit. Look at it.
Well, I'll admit it's not the sort of thing you get in the Royal Academy, but it's, enthusiastic.
If anybody dared hang this outside one of our London clubs, Lenny'd skin 'em alive. Still, amateur contest, amateur publicity, all right, it'll do. Who did it?
Young Trevor Ogden.
Yeah.
There's 7 more where this come from. Oh, when young Trevor gets the bit between his teeth, there's no telling where you'll finish up.
OK, then lob him a couple of bob. Now, what about posting them?
1 Rovers, 2 Fish Shop, 3 Florrie Lindley's window, 4...
Yeah, all right, then spare me the details, but don't forget there's only 7 days to go.
Very good. All present and correct, sir.
Right, now you've got the admin going, Charlie. The snag comes when you start looking for talent. Now, what are you doing about that?
What the At this very moment, the Moffat Talent Scouts are scouring the agency. Oh, they're all over the place. Before you know where you are, they'll be queuing up 3 deep here, waiting to have a go. As they used to say when they struck up the overture and half the cast was still in the boozer, never fear, Moffat's here.
And Charlie says, will you put it in the window? Only don't crumple it, because that'll upset Trevor. And he says, can I put you down?
Oh, well, I don't mind displaying it, but I couldn't actually do anything. Oh, no, there's some as it comes too natural, but if they put me on a stage, well, I'd die.
I thought of having a go myself. I used to do a little dance when I were a girl, holding a posy. Only I always had trouble with my feet.
Hey, did they want anyone for impressions? And I can do Hilda Baker.
Oh, she knew, she knew.
I say, can you do Ringo? Well, I think I'd better put you down, too. You know, Charlie says it'll be all right on the night, only I think he's a bit worried. Oh, hello, Mr. Tan. I know I can put you down because Mr. Fairclough says you've got talent.
Hey, up, wait a minute. What's it all about?
This.
Oh, heck, some people never learn, do they? Go on, I'll have a large tin of peaches for you on the bill. You know, when I was younger, I used to fancy going on the stage myself, but you grow out of it, don't you?
Mr. Fairclough once said that he thought you could do a dance with fans.
Oh, he did he?
To the peaches.
Thank you, love. You don't happen to have a small aspirin, do you? I've got a splitting egg. I didn't sleep all night, tossing and turning.
No, I'm sorry, I'm out of aspirins. I think it must be the weather. I've got a headache, too.
Oh, well, I've got one consolation. I don't have to be in work till this afternoon.
Ah, well, if you've out on your mind, it stands to reason.
Why don't you shut up and worry about yourself for a change? I've got nought on my mind that I can't handle.
I was going to be Red Riding Hood once, only Nancy Kettlewell got mumps and I had to bit Wolf.
Oh.
Hello, darling. Give us 20 coffee nails, will you? Aye, amateur talent contest.
Oh, can you do anything, Mr. Fairclough?
Just name it, darling, and I can do it. Recitation? In the street of 1,000... Oh, no, perhaps not. How about a song that always goes down well? Because God
20
made...
cigarettes.
Oh, I think that's lovely. Oh, you've got a beautiful voice, Mr. Fairclough. I'll put you down, Mr.
Flowclough.
Fairclough. Song. Oh, I must go and tell Charlie.
Hey, I was only joking, you know. Wild horses wouldn't get me onto a stage.
Hey, Len, here a minute. Being serious, though, I'm worried about Elsie. She's, you know, this David fella. I'm sure she's heading for trouble with him.
Darling, that girl was heading for trouble the day she was born.
Oh, all right, if you're going to be like that about it.
Nah, she's a big girl now. Savvy?
So he said to me, he said, you're on, Charlie. And I went on stage, and I gave him the old one about the farmer's daughter and the commercial traveller, just as a warm-up, when suddenly, smack, right behind the hero. Anyway, it made a lovely soup. Oh, here she is, the wandering talent scout. I don't know what to do without her, real true for this. What are you having, love?
Oh, well, as you always say, if you twist me arm, I'll have a milk stout.
Mr. Walker. Well, what you found out then, love? Let's have a crafty look at the old talent list. Then what's this? Quarter margarine, 2 nice eggs, and tell gas man about smell. That's variety, if you like, and especially the eggs.
Wrong end.
As the hind legs said to his mate when he climbed in the pantomime horse. You get it? Oh, never mind, look. What's this? Army concussion.
That says Irma Impressions.
1 milk stout. Good luck, love. Well, here's to opening night. Oh, I can see it now. The lights, the music, the applause, I hope. I wonder where we can get 2 top-line professionals without stoning the box office.
Box office where?
Oh, Grand Talent Contest.
Oh, aye, you've come down to that at last, have you?
Oh, no, great dues, lad. Oh, brings the customers in.
Aye, where there's talent. Look, there's only one person in this street with any talent, and I bet you haven't booked her.
Who's that, then?
Oh, you find out for yourself, mate. You're doing the Carol Levis, aren't you? I'm in hairdressing, remember? Right, glass of mile, please, Mr. Walker.
All right, be helpful.
Take it from me, matey, variety is dead. Just give 'em a few lads peering through a fringe and screaming blue murder, or else a 60-foot screen festooned with bimps, and they're happy. Can I flog you a red plastic nose only slightly used, Mr. Walker?
Hey, Mrs. Walker, what about you? Oh, yes, I know. I've heard all about it. Oh, flowers, standing ovations.
Oh, aye.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Gave it all up for love. The stage's loss was Mr. Walker's gain.
Some folks will believe out.
You can mock Jack Walker, but there were those who said I had a great future.
Off we go again. I suppose you mean that thin lad what produced Desert Song at Parish Hall, eh? In what was a gas fitter.
If you are referring to Cecil Longbottom, he was an artist, sensitive to talent like myself. Oh, Mr. Moffat, the first night of the Student Prince, 3 encores, everybody standing in their seats.
Oh, fighting to get out.
Oh, very funny.
And that time the curtain stuck, and you had to sing 7 choruses on trot.
Well, one can hardly expect artistic appreciation from one whose sole idea of entertainment is rolling bowls across a bit of grass.
Hey, but come on, Mrs. Walker. You can't let us down now. Your public demands it.
Oh, no, really, I couldn't.
Hey, I've got it. Songs of yesteryear.
Yeah.
Or better still, why don't you and me get together, eh? Oh, I can see it now. I want to be happy, but I can't be happy till I've made you happy too.
Hardly what I had in mind, Mr. Moffat. Perhaps an aria from Samson and Delilah. Excuse me?
Mind you, I did enjoy Lady Lawson.
Eh?
Lady Lawson, we did her at the Mission Hall. Oh, we had quite a triumph.
It was a play they put on for Thole folk.
Oh, it were very thrilling. I've often thought I didn't do that bad, even Ina said.
Yeah, well, we'd be very pleased to have you, love, only, well, this is a bit different, you see. I mean, you've got to do some sort of turn, you know.
Well, isn't anybody going to do any magic like Sonny Jim did? I mean, I could be the one that bring on the little bits and pieces. Oh, of course, I wouldn't wear tights. But I've got a lovely floral dress that was my mother's. It only wants taking in a bit.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, love, only we don't seem to have anything like that.
How about ventriloquizing?
Oh, no, I couldn't do that.
No, I was thinking more of you as the dummy. No offence, mind you. Look, I'm going to say something, and you open your mouth as though it's you, right? I'm going to say, who was that lady I saw you with last night? Okay? Who was that lady I saw you with last night?
What lady?
No, love, you see, what Dennis means is that he's going to say something, then you've got to say it, only you haven't got to make a sound, you see.
Yeah, right, we'll try it again, shall we? Okay. Who was that lady I saw you with last night?
Oh, was that lady I saw you with last night? Was that better?
Look, love, I tell you what, why don't you wear your nice floral dress and then you can help them sell the programmes?
Yeah.
You know, you have a nice little tin box to collect the money in and it'll be just as exciting, won't it?
Well, I wouldn't mind practising. Oh, I'd practice ever so hard. Oh, was that lady I saw you with last night?
Never mind, love, just forget it.
No, you see, Chooks, look, you're all right, but it's him, he hasn't a clue. You know, I mean, we can't insult an audience with unprofessional talent, can we now? I mean, you being a performer yourself, well, you understand, don't you?
Oh, yes, I see. Well, of course, he was never much good in show business, was he? I mean, that's why he had to take up hairdressing after all.
Hope you don't mind. I came straight in.
Oh, no, well, come in. I'm just getting the room ready for Superman to paint. He always manages to land for the soft jobs.
You'll have to be careful not to do too much now, won't you? I bet you're looking forward to it, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Well, I won't delay you. I just called in to say that I've just been on the phone to Mr. Swindley at head office, and he says he's sure he can put the curtain material you want through at wholesale.
Oh, good. That'll save us quite a bit. Now we're going to need every penny we can lay our hands on. Do thank him for us, won't you?
Oh, no, he was only too pleased to hear the news. Mr. Swindley loves children. He's a very good godparent.
Well, thanks anyway.
Well, I won't delay you.
Right, bye-bye.
Valerie, what do you think about Elsie Tanner? Isn't it awful? Can you really believe it?
Why? What's the latest? What have you heard?
Well, it's terrible. Irma Ogden says he's a maniac and he wants to disfigure her.
Oh, Miss Nugent, I'm sure it can't be as bad as all
Hey,
that.
Val, I think this is the one we want. Hello,
Hey,
Miss
listen,
Nugent.
it's just called to say that Swindy can put that material through wholesale.
Oh, great. Thanks very much.
Elsie Tanner's man troubles are nothing new to this street.
No, but when it comes to physical violence, one can't help feeling worried.
Oh, I'm sure that's just a story Irma Ogden dreamed up. I mean, Ken's heard the boy's unstable, but
What's that?
Miss Nugent's heard that boy's threatened Elsie Tanner.
Oh, yeah, well, that's her business. I've told Dennis all I know about the lad, and that's all we can do.
I do think we should try and do something, Mr. Barlow. I mean, what if it's true?
I suppose she's right, Ken.
What can we do?
Well, you could go and have a talk to her.
Me? She'd chuck me out the window for sticking my nose in.
All right, then we'll both go.
Hello, Stan. Usual, is it then?
Ah, thanks, Jack.
Where did you get to at dinner time then?
All out chauffeuring. That's the reason you can't stop and drive, you know. That's one rule I always made, and the only one I ever kept.
Never truer word than that, lad.
Hey, I'm going to enjoy this, lad, I'll tell you. You know, it takes it out of you, though.
Ah, you're joking. Sitting back peacefully, driving round the town. You want to be in here on a hot day. Talk about slave labour.
Mate, have you ever driven a Rolls?
No, the only thing I've ever driven was a pram, and that was nerve-wracking enough, I can tell you.
Well, it's a responsibility, I'll tell you. One false move from Joe Soap here, and there's 5,000 nicker gone down the drain. You have to give you ulcers.
Oh.
Yeah, I needed that.
It's the fashion to knock the old country these days, but we can still make finest cars in the world.
Oh, you're right there, too. Do you know, you've got to listen really hard to tell the engine's even started. It's so quiet.
Yes, sir?
Double scotch, please.
Double scotch, yes, sir. Do you want a splash of water, sir?
Oh, a little water, please.
There you are.
Thank you.
5 shillings.
Hello.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, you're not going to get flued, are you?
Does it matter if I do?
Look, why don't you go to the...
She's not in.
I could have told you that. She's gone away for a few days, you know. What's the matter? Don't you believe me?
I watched her going into work. Don't interfere, Anna.
Well, you won't see her, I'm telling you.
I can wait.
Dennis? Dennis!
Can we come in?
Oh, it's you two. Yeah, come in. I've only just got home. Well, what's the latest bulletin, Val?
Oh, we're still arguing whether it's going to be a boy or a girl.
Well, sit yourself down. I'll put the kettle on.
Thanks.
No, it takes me back, this does. Reminds me of our Linda and Dennis. You know, when our Linda was born, she was a hideous child.
Go on, she's lovely.
Oh, she is now, but you should have seen her when she was born. A mass of black hair straight down her back and pointed ears sticking up in the air. I thought I'd given birth to old Nick himself. And then there was our Dennis. Took 2 days to come, the jammy little beggar. He didn't want to come out in the cold.
Yeah, I always thought he was bone idle.
Oh, no, it wasn't bone idle. He fought like a wrestler for the last 4 months.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
Well, it's uncomfortable. Kettle won't be a minute.
Oh, good, fine. Yeah.
Elsie, we don't want to interfere, but Ken and I just wanted to tell you that you can come to us if you want any help or, you know...
Company, yeah?
Yeah, any time.
What are you two on about?
Oh, Elsie, you're not making it any easier for us.
Well, you are on your own.
Yeah, of course I'm on my own. Dennis is doing late shift for Teasy Weezy. Has something happened down there?
No.
It's Dennis, isn't it? Something happened. That has happened, hasn't
No,
it?
nothing as far as we know. He's still bleaching everything in sight.
Well, exactly what has happened.
It's not what has happened, it's what might happen.
Come again, love.
David Graham is in a highly emotional state and is a little bit unstable at the best of times.
I might have flaming well known.
Oh, Elsie, we really want to help.
Yes, thank you very much, love, and I do appreciate it. It's very thoughtful of you both. But you see, I'm very independent. I don't need any help. If you don't believe me, ask Arnold Tanner. I'd much rather sort myself out of this mess, thank you.
Well, you should come to us. That's what we're here for. We're your neighbours.
Thank you very much, Ken. But I get the fun, so I take the kicks. Thank you very much, but I'd rather sort it out for myself.
Yeah, well, as I say, we're your neighbours, so you must come to us.
Look, Ken, I don't like your interference, and degree or no degree, I don't think that you're any claim or authority to tell me what I can or can't handle.
Oh, Elsie.
Look, the pair of you are emotionally wet behind the ear as far as anything goes, and I resent the idea of you barging in here and treating me as if I'm some sort of school child in need of care and protection. Whatever's the matter with everybody?
Look, Elsie, we know you're a bit upset,
Upset? That's the understatement of the year. Just because you go out with somebody and be friendly with them, there's no need to think that you make a fool of yourself, is
Yeah,
there?
but does he understand
No,
that?
look,
All
Ken.
right, all right. We'll mind our own business. I knew it wouldn't do any good, love. Always get into trouble when you try to help folk.
Sorry, but we tried. Good night.
I never came for club dancing much myself, you know. Too energetic. Me on a stage? I'd rather all explosives, mate.
Oh, well, you can't have everything, can you? Mind you, I used to know a beautiful club dancer called Maureen Summit. Big lass, built like the side of a house. You could hear the stage creaking from the gods. It wouldn't have worked out, though. Well, it's difficult trying to be romantic with your wife standing on her head and doing double backflips in the bedroom.
Oh, it's a pity Sonny Jim's not here. He could bring fish and chips out of my aspidestra. It were a trick, of course.
Hello, Florrie. What'll you have?
Well, not really, Mr. Walker. I want a bottle of sherry, please.
Oh, sweet or dry?
Oh, sweet, I think, please. Yes, sweet.
My love, pass me a bottle of that Don Pasquale, will you? Just to your left there, that's it, love. Do you mind, Florrie? It'll be 14 and 6. You'll enjoy that.
Yeah, Mrs. Lindley.
Oh, thank you, love.
Mrs. Lindley?
Yes, love.
Did you happen to notice if Elsie was home or not?
Oh, did you want to see her then?
Yes, I just want to have a word with her about something.
Well, she should be home by now because she passed the shop a bit ago on her way home from work.
Right.
Ta.
Penny for 'em.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Moffat. I was miles away.
Oh, well, come home, love, and serve Charlie a nice pint of black and tan, will you?
Yeah.
Oh, and a bottle of stout for this little ball of fire here. Stan?
Ah, thanks, Charlie. A bitter.
Ah, good. I hope you'll reciprocate when I'm out of work.
Oh, Charlie, they'll never put you out of work.
Oh, the dirty writing's on the wall, love.
Oh, Charlie.
Anytime you're short of a pint, lad, come to me. Any time.
Right, I will.
Can I help you, dear? I hope you don't mind my suggesting that the tone of the house is not improved by slopping beer all over the counter.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Walker. I seem to be all thumbs tonight, don't I?
Hold up, love.
It is the custom after serving to request payment, Emma.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. That'll be 5 and 4pence, please.
It will be nothing of the kind. Do you want to empty the place? 4 and 5pence, if you please, Mr. Moffat. Thank you very much.
Hey, you're flushing again, love. What's she done now?
Nothing that can't be remedied by her refraining from gazing at young men and keeping her mind on the job.
Hey, Annie, love, weren't you never young yourself?
Mrs. Walker?
Yes, no, it's all right. We'll say no more.
Would you mind if I went out? It's only for a few minutes.
Steady on, love.
Young woman, I do not think I could by a long chalk be called a strict disciplinarian, but I must point out to you that we are here to render a service. Please remember that under no circumstances does a barmaid leave her post except in dire necessity. Really, I don't know what the world's coming to. Go out. Have you no sense of values, girl? Jack, she's left the bar.
What the...
I'm sorry. Elsie, I must have a word with
What,
you.
you and all? It's getting like a flaming railway station in here. What you made me do? Where's the fire? And people usually not, you know.
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, calm yourself down. Sit down, have a cuppa.
No, I don't want to. Will you come to the Rovers with me and I'll buy you a drink, anything you like?
What's up with you? Your conscience bothering you, Summer. Anyway, aren't you supposed to be on duty?
Yeah, I know, but I just slipped out for a few minutes. She's dead nibbled and all, but I thought in view of the circumstances, that David's in there now.
And do you mean to tell me that you've belted all the way around here just to tell me this?
Yeah, well, it's for your own good. Come on, hurry up.
Go on.
Well, he's sitting there supping, and oh, honest, he's not natural. I tried to talk to him, but he's all quiet and tensed up. I tried to kid him that you'd gone away for a few days, but, well, he'd seen you going in work. Then another thing, kept on asking where you were in the bar. Then he says to me, I can wait. Oh, in an awful way.
So?
So I want you to come round with me now. I know that you'll be all right with everyone
Will I?
there. Elsie. What did I tell you? Me and Elsie's just going out now.
Correction, you're going out. Mrs. Tanner's stopping here.
Right, well, I'm stopping with you.
Thank you very much, but it won't be necessary.
Oh, but surely...
For heaven's sake, Irma, will you do as you're told? I am sick to death of people treating me like a child. People interfering and busybody, nosing all over the place. Now, will you be a good girl and go home? I want to have a few words with me lad, will you?
Well, it's your funeral.
Well, I hope you're proud of yourself. What sort of a fool are you trying to make of me? Barging in here, mooning about, spying? I ought to put you over my knee. I thought you were a pleasant, intelligent young man, and you know what you are? You're a spoilt baby.
Stop it. Stop talking like that. I can't stand it.
Stand it, for heaven's sake, David, be a man.
What's happened to you?
I'll tell you what's happened. I feel almost ashamed, and you know why? Because people are laughing at me.
I didn't want anything like this to happen.
Well, it has happened, hasn't it? And do you know why? Because you've blown it up into something silly and stupid.
Stupid?
Yes. I thought you were an educated young man, but you've exaggerated this beyond all proportion. Oh, you university kid, you're all the same.
You can't just trample over people's feelings, you know.
If you say that again, I'll clout you. Look, we had a pleasant, friendly relationship. Now you've got all hysterical about it. You're like a teenage schoolgirl.
Go on. Go on. You're really enjoying yourself, aren't
you? No,
you?
I am not, lads.
And don't call me
Why
lad.
not? Because that's what you are. David, go home and we'll talk about it again when you've had time to think. Do you know why that girl came round here? She came to warn me. Me! Everybody's saying you're off your bonds. If I didn't know you better, I'd say they were right.
What do you know about me? What does anybody know? Maybe it's true I was ill once, but I'm not now. I love you.
What you need, David, is a good, strong dose of salts.
Please, give it another chance, Elsie.
Will you go away?
Give it another chance.
Will you go home, for heaven's sake? Oh, for God's sake!
No!
Years' time, you will be able to say that you've had your earth specially created by me, so kindly don't knock the genius and remember it's on the house.
I bet they can be pretty rough, some of these hairdressers.
You can say that again. Mr. Gerard, he won't stand no nonsense from this clientele. Titled mink coats, lady councillors, he tells them all to keep quiet when they start mithering. Why don't you just belt up, Councillor Comstock? Of course, it's all part of the charm, you know. They love it, really.
One of four, please.
Oh, Tara. Ever the loving son, I thought my mother might just like a bit of a gargle before she goes to bed tonight. It's these little touches that distinguish us creative types, you know.
Oh, it's charming. It's a lovely thought, that, isn't it?
Yeah, and it may just serve to soften the blow when she finds out I've whipped her fags.
Aye.
Oh, so you have come back. How very kind of you. Now, do you think it would be convenient to spend a short time serving the customers, or have you another pressing engagement? We wouldn't like to put you out in any way, you know.
Dennis, here.
Yeah?
I must have a word with you.
Oh, no charge to you, love. What's up? You look a bit pasty around the gills.
I know, well, I've just left your mum and that David's with her.
Oh.
Oh, don't try to look as though it went out, because I know you're as worried as I am.
Look, what my mother does is no concern of mine.
I'm serious. You better get round there straight away.
I remember when I was at school, I had to write out about 50 times, to the pure, all things are pure, as a punishment.
It's not her, it's him. He's, you know, worked up and mean looking.
I sometimes seriously wonder whether my mother's not a screw loose. Well, I suppose I better step round there with my usual tact and sort 'em out. There are, everybody.
Hello.
David, it's not worth it. So just put that thing down and we'll discuss it like sensible people. Oh, look, we all make mistakes and I'm no exception. But this is not the way, and if you think about it, you'll realize it. Look, I know you're hurt. I shouldn't have said those things, but it all seems so silly. David, I know what it's like when you're young. Let me finish. Everything seems so important. And when something goes wrong, it feels like the end of the world. And I know you won't believe me when I tell you that 12 months from now, you won't even remember this, so if you just put that down, we can have a... It was all my fault. I'm sorry. It was my fault. I'm sorry.
Please don't cry, Elsie. It's always the same, isn't it? You always come back to yourself. But I loved you. I couldn't hurt you. Look, the gun's not loaded. There's nothing in it. It's empty. I couldn't hurt you. I love you.
Ma?
I thought he was going to kill me. I was so frightened.
Oh, he's up the wall. I'll get the police.
No.
He ought to be locked up.
No. The gun was empty. He was just trying to frighten me, that's all.
Yeah, well, you can't go around with things like this threatening folk.
Dennis, go and throw it in the canal.
Oh, Mammy. I'm daft enough for both of us. Feel as though I've been run over by a bus. Luke, don't muck about like that again. You may not be the greatest, but you're the only mother I've got.